Now, hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and in today's one, we're going to be doing another review. This time it's going to be about the Airbus A300-600R, probably the most expensive add-on I've bought on the channel. So yeah, now I do have to show you a couple of things first, which is why I don't have the simulator open. So first up, the new 2024 add-ons from Inibuilds actually comes in 3 different tiers you can get right now. First is compatible, which is the free version. It basically fixes a bunch of bugs which you would have if you just ported over from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Now enhanced, which includes an upgrade fee, it adds like improved textures and added features up to the Microsoft Flight Simulator standard. And then premium, which is the one I got, I think it's the only one. Premium is basically like a rebuild of the aircraft just made for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So there's that. Now you can see right here, we got the page open, and this is like the premium version. Now you can use a discount code to only pay $10, but however that's only if you already own the add-on from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Now I of course bought this, and you don't actually install it through the website. This is actually pretty cool. You have to install the Ini Manager. Boom, here we go. So right here you can get like a bunch of different things like scenery, on sale products, aircraft, utilities, and then there's also a whole section dedicated to like 2024 compatible aircraft. Now in this case I got the A300 right here, the premium edition, which basically means it's like rebuilt for the whole thing. So let's go ahead and exit that. Now, one thing that's actually really cool is that if you're on PC, what you can do is you can head to like aircraft and stuff, A300, click on liveries, and you can go ahead and select your aircraft. Like for example, the 2020 one, you got these liveries. Now in this case, we are in the A300 Premium 2024 edition. So you can go ahead and install all of these liveries for free. Wow! Yep, that's right. It is completely free to install these liveries, which is definitely why I do love the perk of being on PC, because in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 store, you may notice that pretty much everything has a price to it, because on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 store, everything requires a price. But however, you can go to third-party areas, like for example the installer from Inibuilds, just install these add-ons. You can also pull up your browser, head to flightsim.to, and then you can look for A300, and then you get this category right here, and then you get these free liveries along with that if you feel like it's not enough. But however, I think the included liveries are in fact good enough. Now I'm gonna go ahead and boot up the sim, so let's start that. Oh right, now we're in. I just had to go into the settings and disable something. But however, now we're in the sim. Now, will the aircraft show up? Yes, of course it does. So let's go ahead and check this out. So before you buy this add-on, just learn how to fly the Airbus A310, because like these things aren't really that different. However, there are a few big differences between them, but however they are similar to fly. Like if you know how to fly the Airbus A310, then you know how to fly the Airbus A300. So let's go ahead and press F to configure this, or just click configure. Now this comes in 4 different variants. I'm in the passenger GE variant, it has 2 freighter variants, and 2 passenger variants. And then of course you get your liveries right here. Now, however, if you're on Xbox, then you need to click that little green button that says buy more liveries, because you're just unlucky. Now we can go ahead and select a few of these, like, yeah. Which one am I going for today? Oh, this one seems nice. Oh yeah, that seems nice. Yeah. Going with that. But however, the base plane comes with 2 free liveries. It comes with the white livery, and then it comes with the Inibuilds livery. All the other ones you either have to buy from the marketplace, or if you're on PC, you can just pick it up from the Ini manager. Or flightsim.to. I don't know, depends. So I'm gonna set Stansted as the departure. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn in. Now, Stansted is actually a really detailed airport and when you spawn in with a really detailed plane as well. Let's see what happens. All right, now we're in. So let's click ready to fly right there. Now, guys, you may notice that with your Inibuilds aircraft, that when you go toga, even when your thrust levers is at max, you may just notice that your aircraft is pinned onto the ground, like the chocks or parking brake or something like that is enabled. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your settings, controls, and then just simply search up like brake, and then disable it for all your other devices except the one you're using. And then for the one you're using, I just kept the toggle parking brakes and the brakes on, and that fixed my issue. So if you are having this issue with the aircraft, just do this and you'll be on your way to fly. Now let's go ahead and look at this. So as you can see, it's pretty similar to the A310, but however there are in fact a few differences. Like for example, right here, you used to like have a little like square thing, but now it's a ball, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, it's one of the main differences why I bought this aircraft, because the other one, because the A310's one just looks ugly. So I decided to buy this one. You may notice that this bit like looks a bit different as well. That's also normal. And then we can also look up at the flight deck. So at the back here, you got your circuit breakers, nice detailed. But however, you can't really mess in the back here, but you can mess in the front, right around here. Just click any button and you'll be on your way to whatever input that is. Now let's go ahead and see. So they're 2 different. Now you may notice that the iPad or EFB or electronic flight bag, depends on what you call it, is a bit different. So it displays your time right here, and if you have it on live time, depending on which time zone you're in, it should change according to that. Just go ahead and click this. Now you got your like settings here. Now you gotta disable another setting. So auto tiller disconnect, I just have that set as no. And then in all these other settings, I just keep it like that, except for the rudder controls. Tiller, I think that's what it says. Click that as yes. So then when you're on the ground, you can actually steer properly. Otherwise, you'll just have really bad handling. This also works on the default aircraft as well, made by Inibuilds as well. And this iPad is actually really cool because you got aircraft maintenance, because you have to actually maintain your aircraft. Because you may notice that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 doesn't have its own like wear and tear system, whilst 2024 has a built-in one. So when you go outside here, even in 2020, you may notice that after a few landings or something, you would just may notice your tires are getting a bit worn out after a few landings, which is completely normal, because what you gotta do is you gotta maintain your aircraft. Of course, you need to get the tires replaced, you need to get the brakes replaced and stuff. You could even like open up the engine cowling right here, and then we could just take a little peek inside, which is actually really cool. So this one's actually got a really detailed walk around mode. Of course, I don't really think this is available for 2020, but however, 2020 will still have a wear and tear model, so you still need to maintain your aircraft because of that. So you can see we can replace our tires, we can service our APU, service our engines, service hydraulics, and then we have a few other things as well to maintain. So career mode compatibility, I don't really know. I don't really know that sort of information. But however, this aircraft should be added to career mode, definitely for sure, because of the fact that it's got like this wear and tear system. Anyways, let's go ahead and take off. Alright, so the sound model definitely like sounds really good. I'm just gonna see how well this thing can maintain centerline on itself. Alright, let's go. Okay. You still gotta maintain centerline, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and take off. Like that. Okay, impressive takeoff performance. Let's go ahead and get that gear up. Just watch that as it happens. Oh yeah, that just looks good. Nice, okay. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue flying here. So it is definitely a bit different to the Inibuilds A310 for sure. Like, the flight model here just definitely feels right. I mean, it's just supposed to take advantage of the new flight model, so it feels like 95 to 97% realistic. That's what the developers of the game said. So like all your like aircraft and stuff should be like that, unless if it's a 2020 port, where then it needs to be updated. Right, so let's continue flying here.
Squawk 0376 Airbus November Alpha Oscar.
So one issue I've had with this is that if you like click pause and then you press main menu, if you go to it, then the game just sort of freezes. So I think we're just only confined to this flight only. So let's go ahead and make a turnaround. We can of course check out the little iPad here. We have two iPads now. So like one we have like to maintain the aircraft and stuff. The other one I have for charts. And then you can also manage things like your weight in here, fuel and stuff. Let's go ahead and set our force levers to idle. Okay, I mean this feels like really good to fly. Yeah, it just feels like really good. Like, what the hell? Put me in service for this aircraft, bro. Like, bro, give me my pilot license right now. Right, I play Microsoft Flight Simulator so I can fly the plane. Right. So once we get to like, oh shoot, we shouldn't do that. So once we get to like 265 or something, I'll put it down like now. And then put up the speed brakes. So let's go ahead and do that. That's like sort of my method of slowing down. Stop ruining my video! Alright, let's go ahead and continue flying. Now, you may notice that this thing has a yoke. Meanwhile, other Airbus aircraft don't have a yoke. That's just because it's an old Airbus aircraft. Because like older models typically had the yoke that you will just usually find on like Boeings and stuff. Right, so this is definitely really realistic. It just feels good, you know. No shoot. Okay. But now we got our gear down, so that will like give us extra drag to slow down even more. Yep, and now it says speed brakes extended. So I think we can like proceed with VFR now. Just landmark navigation. Alright, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Alright, let's go ahead and do a landing of this. So what? We got product right here. So, I mean, would I recommend it? So far, yes. So let's go ahead and continue flying this. Alright, let's go ahead and go down a bit. So we're going to pitch down like 10 degrees. Alright, that's a bit unrealistic, but let's go ahead and continue our approach. So we can now see our PAPI lights right there. So let's go ahead and align with that. So we're going to quickly align center line with the runway. But however, so far, this feels pretty good. Now, one of the other reasons why I bought this aircraft is because the A300, fun fact, is actually the first ever Airbus made. So you can actually like say it's for a history product or something. It's for school because it's like history or something. Like just say that to your parents. We'll definitely get it for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and put down our speed brakes. Alright, we're doing pretty good so far. We're just a bit low. But now we're perfect. Oh wow, it's a bit framey here and there, but I think that's only because of the fact that I am recording. Since that does cause issues. Oh wait, and I think I also have Steam open. That's like another reason why. Okay. Now let's go ahead and bring this thing to a stop. Now, on your wheel page, you do notice that your brakes get really hot quick. Depending on how long you're like braking at max force for. Which just means that you might like have to delay takeoff or something. Or that if you do take off, that you need to keep your landing gear down. Because like the brakes are hot. So like right there, I can definitely see my brakes are heating up. So I'm gonna turn on the brake fan before it becomes anything serious. But let's go ahead and taxi this thing now. I'm gonna give this... Oh shoot, wait, no, we're not supposed to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this way now. I mean, one thing I can definitely see with this aircraft is that it feels like old, you know? And also, like, it's definitely not in brand new condition or something. Because, like, it's over 40 years old. So, like, they have definitely detailed, like, this wear and tear and stuff, like, really well. Because I don't really like it when I buy an aircraft and it's just in clean new condition. Like, it's just pristine. Like, it's been contained really well. I don't really like that. Because what I like is I like to see that the aircraft's been used a lot. Like, it's been used for like a few years at least. And it definitely adds to the immersion because then the textures like look way better. Alright, let's go ahead and continue moving through here. Okay, I think our brakes are starting to cool down now. Alright, so we're gonna continue taxiing to our service area. What's our service area? I'm just trying to find one. Alright, so we're still at London Stansted here. We just landed back. So let's continue moving our way. Let's go ahead and look there. Okay, so let's continue moving. That's all we gotta do. So taxiing definitely like feels really good as long as you like enable that setting and disable that other setting that I mentioned. So let's go ahead and move this way. Like I think okay, so let's continue moving our way. I'm just gonna quickly yep. Okay, that's good. Wait, hold on. Why is our aircraft pitching down a lot? Oh yeah, that was just like bump right there.
Couldn't cause a bump like that.
Yeah, that's just bump. That's all. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, I would think we're just gonna park like right here. I'm just gonna pull over. Alright, so let's go. Just pull over right here. And then apply some brake, which will definitely like help, I guess. Oh wait, and also this is pretty good because then we got pushback, so then we can just immediately take off like right after. So let's go ahead and see what condition the aircraft is in right now. Let's use our walk around mode. So of course this is gonna look good. Okay, condition new, good, good. Okay, let's go ahead and see these engines right here. Okay. Now one thing I'm gonna look for is like a pin in the brakes. You always gotta like check your brakes, you know. You always gotta check your brakes. So, I mean, the brake discs are definitely like that. It does seem good. Like it just seems good. Alright, sorry for that noise thingy. I just fixed that. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue looking. So as you can see, our textures right here are in fact like really detailed. So like, look at this. Now, one thing that's actually really cool, I think this also was mentioned in the A330 developer live stream. You can like, if you look at the engine like right here, you can pretty much see the whole engine inside, which is honestly like really cool. Oh, so like that's some really good attention to detail. And also for performance with this aircraft, I have not encountered any issues with performance at all. Anyways, let's look at our aircraft maintenance bit. So for example, we can replace our tires. So if we just click that. Oh yeah, right, your engines must be off. Right, I forgot about that. So your engines actually must be off, otherwise you can't maintain or service your aircraft. You also got your throttle calibration here, which is actually pretty nice. We also got our takeoff and landing things right here, my flight as well. So like, this is also what you see in like default Inibuilds planes. You can just like sort of see where you're going from, where to, and then you also have this few other things, but that's only if you actually made a full flight. So let's go ahead and head back in our seats. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how good this thing's takeoff performance is. Alright, so our flaps are already down. So let's see how good our takeoff performance is with 40 degrees of flaps. Now, of course, in real life, you would have it like set down to like 1 or 2. But however, we have it set down to the max. So let's go ahead and see this. See how well it does. So I think we can already rotate. Yeah, we can. Alright, that's an impressive takeoff performance right there. Let's go ahead and put our flaps and gear up. Not really the safest idea in the world, but let's go ahead and continue our climb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use slew mode to head up to around enough altitude. Yeah. And now what we do is engines are officially dead. Now what we gotta do is we gotta do our ram air turbine. So let's go ahead and see if that is like animated. I don't see a deployed ram air turbine, which is honestly a bit disappointing because unlike the what was it, fly-by-wire A380 that only came out like in October, most developers can't even bother animating that one tiny thing. That one has an actual animated ram air turbine, and that's a free add-on, by the way. It's just that I would only recommend using it for 2020. So let's go ahead and see how well this does in a emergency. Alright. Smooth landing for sure. Butter! Now of course we gotta like steer it. Alright. So there we go. We just landed our aircraft like so. Now let's go ahead and see what all the emergency stuff is. Don't really see it anywhere. The reason why I'm not going to start up this aircraft is because I don't really think there's an option to put it in a cold and dark state. So yeah. But however, we can also check out. You know what? This is going to be impossible using the cockpit camera. Let's go ahead and check out the cabin this has to offer. I don't know if this is going to be on Xbox as well, unless if it's optimized. Let's go ahead and set our speed a bit like lower, like around 10 or something. So let's go ahead and look around. So as you can see, we got like a really detailed exterior. Like you can see individual screws, which is honestly really cool. So we can see all of this stuff. Now let's go ahead and see this engine. So I mentioned about seeing the entire engine. Let's see it. Whoa, okay, so like these like things are added, and although like if you go inside, like it will like make the texture disappear. For sure, like there's a whole engine in here. Pretty nice and detailed. Well, let's go ahead and check out the cabin, because that's what we're interested in right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Okay. So first up, we got a like gallery, whatever it's called. Not the best textures, but definitely like gets the job done. Like the textures are still good though. Like you do get 3D modeling here. And then we got our nice like little like leather seats, I think. Yeah. Nice little leather seats. And like you can also see like if we just slow down a bit, so like what, drone speed, you can definitely see how the leather is detailed and stuff. And then also look up right here. We even have the seatbelt signs and no smoking signs. It even says life vest under your seat. Let's go ahead and see if there is a life vest. I don't really see one here. In economy class, I didn't see it here. But however, I don't really think there's a life vest right there. But however, wait a second. You can like see dirt, like on this fabric. Like you can see a bit of like dirt and dust build up, you know, which is honestly really nice and detailed, and that's for all the seats right here. So let's go ahead and see what seeing it as a passenger is like. Now you may notice that we don't have a in-flight entertainment screen or something, and that is literally just because this is an aircraft that's over like 50 years old or something. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. Of course, I'm pretty sure this is where all your food is. Oh wait, even look, the kettles are also like really nice and detailed. Like you got your red taps, blue. Okay, if you're a flight attendant, just tell me what all of this is in the comment section. Alright. So, like, obviously we got our drinks and stuff right here. And then our toilets. Does it have toilets? Let's see. Oh my gosh. It has toilets. Let's just make sure we went into the... Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other side, see if there's toilets here too. So as you can see, we got toilets right here. Honestly, this is really cool, so let's go ahead and check this out. So we got a tap right here. Red for hot, blue for cool. And then we got a soap dispenser. Now, even toilet paper is added. So you can see our like little toilet seat. Not really much in there, but however, let's go ahead and like simulate this, like as a passenger, like being in a toilet. Okay, honestly, nice and fancy. Alright, so let's take a look at the sink here. So, not the best textures, but however, if you are like from here, then the textures do in fact look a bit good. Now the toilet paper. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. Now, do the toilets flush? That's like prime. I don't really see a flush button anywhere. Okay, I mean, nobody's really gonna look for it. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at that, like, mirror. Like, you can see the A310 cockpit. However, if you go through it, then there's no... What the hell? Even the entire APU is in here. So, like, this is what the inside of the APU looks like. Whoa, that's honestly really cool. And then, obviously, we have our thing. So, well, let's go in this hole. And then, yeah. Alright. So, this is actually really nice and detailed. I think this even has more detail than the A310. Like, it even has the tiniest, like, small things that the average person wouldn't notice, but it's still there. Like, I mean, look at this. I think like pretty much any Inibuilds aircraft has it, but look, there's each individual screw, and that wear and tear looks so good. And then when you combine that with the premium edition for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 add-ons, oh, this is just amazing. So let's go ahead and head into the cockpit. So, what are my final thoughts about this add-on? So first up is the price. Now this costs $45 off the Inibuilds website, but however it's like $53 after tax. Now, let's go ahead and look. So, it's obviously really nice and detailed, which I do really, really like. And would I recommend this? So, first up, if you do like a little bit of history, then this is actually a really good aircraft. This is the aircraft for you, because this is the first ever Airbus aircraft made. So if you do like a bit of history, then this is for you. And if you do like vintage aircraft, like not really old, but like if you do like old aircraft, then this is also the add-on for you. If you do like flying, whether it's Boeings or Airbuses, then yeah, go ahead and give this a shot. So now some of you may think, oh wait, but the A310 just looks the same, so I shouldn't get this add-on. But however, keep in mind, the A310 is a little bit different. So we got this aircraft right here. Now just keep in mind, if you can fly the A310, you can fly this plane, which is honestly really good. And then some of you may just think, oh yeah, so then that just means it's the same. No, it is not. Like, there's way more detail in this for sure. And then also, it has its own like detailed wear and tear system. Like, I'm pretty sure there's even visual effect on your tires after a few landings, which is some amazing attention to detail that the free planes just don't have. And then obviously, if you have the 2024 one, it's taking advantage of the new flight model. Like, even look down here. Like, look at how that is, like, detailed. Oh, that seems a bit gross. Like, just look at that. Like, that looks really well. Like, you can definitely tell that this is an old aircraft. Just by looking at all these textures and stuff. So, final thoughts. We got performance. Performance is actually really good. This is actually pretty well optimized. Now, I am on a higher end system, so that might not be the same for some of you. But however, on Xbox, I think it just runs fine. Although you might encounter a few issues. Now, we also got our iPad. It's way better than like the default planes for sure. Like, it even tells you the time, and it has a lock screen on it as well, which is really cool. You get one for yourself, one for the first officer. Though I do think they're in sync. Let me just quickly check that, just to like confirm. Okay, yeah, they are in sync, but that's fine. So, final thoughts. What rating would I give it? I would definitely give this like a 10 out of 10 for sure. And is it approved? Of course it's approved. I'm definitely gonna like fly this in live streams and stuff. And then would I recommend this to the average simmer? Maybe. It honestly just depends on what you like. Because like if you like an aircraft that just looks like this and stuff, then the A310 is good. But however, the A300 is definitely way better. Like, even just look at the outside textures. Just, wow. Phenomenal. Just look at all this lighting. Oh, wait. We just got a few frames right there. Probably because I have Steam open. Yeah, I have Steam open. Alright, that fixes that. Alright. So, there's my thoughts. And I do actually really enjoy flying this aircraft, especially knowing that it's really realistic. So, I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one, maybe in the next stream as well. And